Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Well, we finished up, for all intent and purposes, the Book of Ordinary Oracles. Tomorrow we're going to start a new book, and I think I've decided for all of you magicians out there, and especially those of you who are interested in Enochian magic, I'm going to start my book, Enochian Vision Magic, tomorrow. And it should be fun. And even if you're not interested in Enochian magic, I believe you'll find this a very, very interesting experience. What I'm going to do this morning is finish up our discussion on the Yi Ching. And the final section of the book is the Yi Ching of Milo, which is the entire Yi Ching interpreted in my own funky way. But it's a viable and usable full Yi Ching oracle. But what I thought I would do this morning is demonstrate the 50 euro stock method of extracting the six moving lines, or the six lines of the hexagram. Some of them may be moving, some of them may not. And it's a lengthy procedure. It takes a good 20 minutes, even when you're going smoothly. So I've already done what I'm about to show you. I've already done it just a few minutes ago. I've done this 5 times, and I've created already 5 of the 6 hexagrams. And I've written down, let's see here. I've written down what they are so far. Now you'll notice that, hang on. You'll notice that there are numbers there. Starting at the bottom, it says 584, and then 988, and then 988 again, and 584, and 944. I'm going to explain that in a minute, but they've generated 5 of the lines. From the bottom up, we've got yin, and then yin. See, that check means it's a moving yin, and then another moving yin. Then above that is a yin and a yin. So far they're all yin, but 2 of those are moving. And for my demonstration, I'm going to show you what I did. And I'll generate our top and final line right here live this morning. So I started the whole ceremony by lighting a stick of incense and placing it before my Yi Ching, and then doing 3 full prostrations. And then taking my 50 euro stocks, I held them in my right hand, and I rotated them clockwise through the incense smoke while I asked my question. Will you please give me words of wisdom to inform me for 2021? I may have gone 4 times around, but I stopped at 3. And I have done this all earlier anyway. Then, and now I'm going to have to do some juggling around here so you can see what I'm up to. So bear with me for a moment, please. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Here's my 50 euro stocks. I take one out and I place it right up here. That is not used in the entire rest of the procedure here. So we're stuck with now 49 sticks, 7 times 7. Now remember, I've done this 5 times before to get those 5 lines. Lay them all down. Then with my right hand, I just quickly and arbitrarily approximately break the stack in 2. From the right hand stack, I pick 1. And I place it between my ring finger and my little finger so I can keep track of it. Then in the left stack, I carefully divide. I count out by 4. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, until there are 4 or less left. So here's 4. So I bundle these 4 up and put it between my ring finger and my middle finger of my left hand so I can keep track, because it's very easy to screw up. Then you go, take the right stack and count out by 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, until there are 4 or fewer left. And there are 4 left here, so I'll take up these 4 and put them between my index or pointer finger and my ring finger. And then I count them. There are 9 of them. Now, if all goes well, this first section of the procedure should have either 9 or 5. If there's 9 or 5, that means you've counted correctly. So there are 9. So this is the first third of our procedure. So you take these 9 or 5, but it's in this case 9, and place them over here and take them out of the running for a while. Then you gather up all the remaining sticks, divide them, take 1 from the right hand pile, put it between the little finger and the ring finger, count by 4s from the left stack, now all the while till there's 4 or fewer left. In this case there's 2, so I'm going to put those between the ring finger and the middle finger. Then I'm going to count by 4 here until there are 4 or fewer left. And there's only 1 left, leaving a total of 4. Put that between the middle finger and the pointer finger. So in this section, second section of our procedure here, there should be 4 or 8, and there are 4. So I've counted correctly for this second section. So place these 4 over there. And finally, for the third maneuver, We're still just extracting one line here. One from the right stack. Count by 4. You can do this count. You can hold them in your hand while you do this counting, and the fact that you've got this happening in your fingers will keep you from getting mixed up. But I like to do it laying it out on the table here. So there's 4 or fewer left here. So I pick those up and place them between those 2 fingers. And count by 4 from the right stack. Until there are 4 or fewer left here. And in this case, there's 3. So that leaves me a total of 8. And there should be either 4 or 8 in this third and final procedure. So we've done it correctly. So what I've got here is 9, 4, and 8. And a 9 and a 4 and an 8. I'm going to write that down here. 9, 4, 8. 9, 4, 8. And a 9, 4, 8 is a yang line. A strong yang line. So that is our hexagram. Okay. Now, if you'll bear with me while I carefully put away my yarrow stalks. These yarrow stalks I've had for nearly 50 years. They're really shedding. Okay, I'm going to put them away here with great respect. Thank you very much. And the last part of the extraction ceremony, to thank the gods for guiding your divination here, is you light a second stick of incense. Okay, that being done, I'm going to return my camera to its original position, and then I will show you what I do from then on. Hang on. Does that look more familiar? Okay. What hexagram is that? Let's look in the Book of Ordinary Oracles and find out. Remember, that's what it looks like. It's all, the bottom trigram is all yins, but 2 of them are moving. And the top one is all yins except that very top line, which is a yang. So let's consult DuQuette by looking at the little chart there. And so we have, let's see here, hexagram 23 with the moving lines in the second and third place. 23. What are the words of wisdom for 2021? Oh boy. this is what it says in Wilhelm Baines. I'll give you the judgment and the image. "23. Splitting apart. Keeping still are the mountain on the top trigram and the receptive earth on the lower trigram. Splitting apart. It does not further one to go anywhere. That's the judgment. The image says, the mountain rests on the earth. The image of splitting apart. Thus, those above can ensure their position only by giving generously to those below. Now we've got a moving line in the second place. It says 6 in the second place means the bed is split at the edge. Those who persevere are destroyed. Misfortune. The commentary on that is, and I think I'll read it, the power of the inferior people is growing. The danger draws close to one's person. Already there are clear indications and rest is disturbed. Moreover, in this dangerous situation, one is as yet without help or friendly advances from above or below. Extreme caution is necessary in this isolation. One must adjust to the time and promptly avoid danger. Stubborn perseverance in maintaining one's standpoint would lead to downfall. Wow. And our 6 in the third place. He splits with them. No blame. The little comment is, an individual finds himself in an evil environment to which he is committed by external ties. But he has an inner relationship with a superior man. And through this he attains the stability to free himself from the way of the inferior people around him. This brings him into opposition to them, of course, but that is no wrong. Magically speaking, many times a superior man is another word for the holy guardian angel. Okay, that is the first 2 parts of that answer. The third part is the hexagram that it changes into. So that was hexagram 23, or excuse me, yeah, that was 23. And now we've got, let's see, changes to, I'm looking, there we go. It changes to 18. Then the Wilhelm Baines for 18 is decay. Work on what has been spoiled. Work on what has been spoiled has supreme success. It furthers one to cross the great water. Before the starting point, 3 days. After the starting point, 3 days. Little comment is, what has been spoiled through man's fault can be made good through man's work. It is not immutable fate, as in the time of standstill, that has caused the state of corruption, but rather the abuse of human freedom. Work toward improving conditions promises well because it accords with the possibilities of the time. We must not recoil from work and danger, symbolized by the crossing of the great water. Success, however, depends on proper deliberation. This is expressed by the lines before the starting point, 3 days, after the starting point, 3 days. We must know the causes of corruption before we can do away with them. Hence, it is necessary to be cautious during the time before the start. Then we must see to it that the new way is safely entered upon, so that a relapse may be avoided. Therefore, we must pay attention to the time after the start. Decisiveness and energy must take the place of the inertia and indifference that have led to decay, in order that the ending may be followed by a new beginning. And the image is, the wind blows low on the mountain, the image of decay. Thus the superior man stirs up the people and strengthens their spirit. And just out of curiosity, let's see what the I Ching of Milo says about the first one, splitting apart. Collapse. The jerks are about to take over completely. Don't move, don't act. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you should do. And the moving line is, you're losing sleep over this one, and with good reason. Don't fight them head on, adjust. And in the third line, can't beat them, join them, but not in your heart. It's cool to be a secret agent. Then it changes to 18, work on what has been spoiled or decay. What somebody ruined, somebody can fix. Study the cause, fix it. Then watch for a while to make sure it works. And with those oracular words of wisdom from the Book of Ordinary Oracles, with great help from Wilhelm Baines, we bring to an end the Book of Ordinary Oracles. I hope you've enjoyed it very much. With that, I guess I better stop for today. Tomorrow, we will pick up a brand new Lon book, Enochian Vision Magic, a practical guide to the magic of Dr. John Dee and Edward Kelly, and a foreword by Jason Lowe. And I'm going to try to get a hold of Jason, see if he'll read his introduction to it himself for us. But we'll see. I'll have to ask him. So until tomorrow, continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law. Love under will.